welcome to a new segment I will be adding to my weekly readings for the foreseeable future. I am making some changes to how I do this as a result of some pretty intense level ups and breakthroughs. More on that later. That being said, I will no longer be doing astrology segments on my weekly reads. Tarot only. Monthly astrology on Patreon will now be tarot monthly readings. I understand this might seem like a curveball to some, but please understand with these latest shifts that have been happening, they've been profound, and I will go where my higher levels take me. However, I would like to make a point of saying here and now, me choosing to move from public astrology horoscopes is not driven by opinion. In fact, I will still be offering astrology for personal readings, just not horoscopes. Thank you again for so much of your ongoing support, and now let's get on to your video. Hello and welcome everybody, NICO Scarlet Moon here with your Pathwatcher report. Coming in to stay, we have a wave personified by the Empress and the Sun, a frequency vibrating the return of the pure self and a reclamation of the true journey. Not just this week, but henceforth there is an increasing feeling of release, a true return of innocence. Because of the breaking apart of distorted contrivances in the collective experience, this deep purification of the spiritual and emotional fields may feel unsettling for some during this period, but only at first. This is the elimination of constructs dependent on artifice, scripts, and illusion. This is both euphoric and disorienting in the beginning. However, depending on an individual's level of consciousness and what they carry in their energy fields, acclimation times may vary person to person. Consider the Sunday Unity meditations I have been sharing of late for a chance to lean in to these frequencies and adjust. I'll include links in the down bar below. Cyclical experiences are being rerouted to more natural and forward trajectories. Conscious creation and co-creation through intent and focus are getting a tremendous amplification. Many of us felt this new wave kick into high gear mid-last week, February 25th to 27th. Feel the freedom from imposed experience. Allow yourself time to connect and take on this new level. Feel the return of that early life childhood connection to truth. On a personal note, since about the 18th of February, I've been having recurring dreams and flashes of a friend I have not seen nor spoken to since we were 7. If you're watching this, feel free to contact me through the Scarlet Moon Facebook page or my Instagram at ScarletMoonNico. Hello there, Sagittarius, and all of you Sagittarius-identified folks out there, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is your weekly tarot reading for the week starting March 2nd, 2020. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, should you ever wish to get a session with me, you do need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can always just follow the links below. Also, even though I just said it, I want to remind people again that even though I am stepping away from doing general astrology for horoscopes and whatnot, I am still offering astrology and doing astrology for one-on-one readings, okay, and one-on-one personal services, just not general, okay? So if you're curious or worried about that, don't worry, that is still available there. So what is going on when it comes to your week ahead? Well, we already covered the incoming wave in the beginning, right? This is what's coming in and not just hitting any one sign, but it's also going to be pervasive in the entire collective experience, and it's not just for this week. It's coming and settling now, and that's where it is. And that's where it's going to stay. But for you specifically, well, this week's archetypal themes, we have the moon upright. And the moon I'm actually seeing is you. This is your experience. And it has to do with trying to integrate, I guess, where you may have bifurcated your expression to maybe be in certain groups, maybe interact with certain people, certain family members. Compartmentalization is not uncommon at this point in time. But when the moon shows up, it is indicating, okay, there is going to be some need for us to learn how to actually integrate both sides of this story, both sides of this expression. And the reason I feel called to talk about bifurcation at this time is because what the signal that the moon is actually giving me is almost the sense that, you kind of run two different lives at the same time this week that need to be integrated in some way. Maybe it's the way we handle ourselves in a sense where we kind of run our household a certain way, but when we're asked to run a different household or, do things with family, we turn into something completely different. And with the moon, keeping those compartmentalized expressions separate as they are could actually prove to prolong maybe a slower process of growth towards the prosperity, towards the happiness, the love, and the spiritual conscious evolution that you're aiming towards, because it's all about wholeness integration, right? It's all about having a unified pure expression. And the moon is also saying this week you're going to be encountering that everywhere you go. That's how the archetypal theme goes. You're going to be seeing possibly the advantages and disadvantages of carrying on in that sort of way. Now, the good news is with the moon, we also have a chance to integrate these styles. We have a chance to actually maybe even switch things out, bring a different compartment to a different compartment, so to speak, and start integrating in that sense. So if you Sagittarius people have been trying to, forcefully live as an onion, or you feel like maybe up until this point the best way to live was an onion with many separated layers, start showing people the whole instead of trying to show them part by part. And you're going to be noticing a very strong shift in the way life and the universe responds to you. When it comes to news and arrivals, well, we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And something is not taking off, but it does still have a chance, if that makes sense. That's just what's coming through right now. The Ace of Pentacles reverse is indicating this week could have some disappointing news coming to you based on where we have maybe initiated some kind of plan of action, most likely something related to materials and finance. And it does look like with the Ace of Pentacles reverse, maybe the reason it's not taking off is, again, it's not necessarily getting its chance to finally get moving. Now, this could be happening because of where we are actually concentrating this, or maybe with whom we are choosing to share this time, energy, or, this activity with. But with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, interestingly enough, it's an opportunity to apply the lesson of the moon archetype this week. Bring another side of yourself to this matter, or take this matter to another side of yourself and your own expression. We have put something where it might not necessarily be completely compatible. It's important to understand, though, when it comes to manifestation and things like that, and I've said this to a couple of other signs, and I'll probably need to make a video about it soon, how we express ourselves versus our core intention actually does matter. If our expression, or where we put our energy, or where we put our focus, is contrary to what our core intention is, it has a very high likelihood of countermanding what we want to actually see manifest or substantiate. Even if we have the intention crystallized, if our expressions are out of alignment with what we're trying to do, who we're giving it to, who we're sharing it with, or with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, where we're investing it, this is a time where we need to pay attention. Okay, it's time to not hope the intention can take care of itself, and get into better alignment and make sure that what I include, resource-wise as well, is in alignment as well. When it comes down to material and business concerns, we have the Five of Swords upright. And here we have some kind of clash or some kind of disappointment going on. And I actually seeing you giving somebody the business this week. This could actually be absolutely necessary because, well, it does look like with the Five of Swords upright, there could be something going on where something is mishandled on your behalf. And if this is something that could be considered costly, or this is something that could be considered delaying, then yeah, we want to go in and handle it. Now, the Five of Swords upright does indicate that you can and most likely will come out on top in this situation. I am seeing it still ending in a victory. but the loss could indicate some dings to your personal reputation for a little while. But in a weird way, I feel like it might actually be worth it. If there is maybe an ungrateful coworker, or maybe, or maybe just sort of a very difficult or disrespectful customer, or maybe there's a situation going on in a transaction or an account that you have that you catch some squirrely business going on, yeah, we might be burning a bridge with a small handful of people, but it may actually be worth it in the long run. I see nothing here that's going to be creating any kind of drama or dramatic loss unless you decide to fold to whatever is coming here, because you have a chance to contest it and win. Just be careful with the Five of Swords upright, though. This is something that can be handled, in a localized way. We don't have to blow it all up. Coming into relationships, when it comes to love and romance, we have the Six of Cups in reverse, and a lot of you Sagittarius people are deciding to break with tradition this week, or you have a chance to, and I highly suggest that you do. Love and romance is thriving with the Six of Cups reversed, because it's almost like you and a partner are now in a relationship with completely different people, bringing out new expressions, it seems. In fact, with the Six of Cups reversed, it may even be that this break with tradition could also be just simply breaking with costly attachments, or maybe atmospheric problems coming from the people we hang out with, or maybe issues that are going on where we have to break something from our history or from tradition in order to make room for something that actually is a better fit for both of us. This can also be good news for those of you who are maybe single or available, because of the Six of Cups reversed, you are actually having a chance to be won over by a type that's not your type. And it's important to understand that even though we may have a primary type, we actually have, several types all at once. And we don't often remember that, because a lot of times the lower ego levels kind of pick their favorite and put up a blinder to everything else. But let yourself be surprised this week. So that is your horoscope. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You all know I appreciate it. And if you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.